Andrea, you currently, while in the corner of this shower, see in front of you a familiar face. One that instills fear, hatred. There's a whiff of cologne that just fills your senses as your body begins to ache in reaction. As you stare back at this face, they begin to step towards you.
May I punch them?
Carrigan.
Uh-huh.
As you are sitting in the shower room, kind of just looking at your data link, doing your own things, you sense Andrea kind of jerk to attention as if she's just immediately awoken. As you look at her, I need you to make an agility roll. As you kind of look at Andrea, without warning, she just swings at you. And your training has gave you some advantage in being able to block the blow, but you're only able to parry it so much as a lesser connection does impact. I would say more. You're able.
I'm aware of the punch coming and I'm ready, but she still punches me.
Yeah, you're able to kind of take the majority of this blow, but it still clocks you. And before you can react to that, I need you to make a panic roll.
Yeah, because of the scream. That's exactly what I was going to ask about. I'm fine.
You are fine, but Andrea lets out this terrifying scream. Andrea, this figure seems to laugh at your attempts of fighting them off as they continue to press towards you, as their stature now begins to fill the shower cubicle that you are currently sitting in the corner of. As this figure begins to press into your space, while you let out this scream, you just, with all your strength and might, shove by and just take off running.
Just look at Carrigan and be like, so do we chase her or let her run it out like a toddler?
I am honestly inclined to let her run it out and maybe keep an eye on her from a distance. I don't want to chase her down. I don't think,
So late evening jog.
Sure.
Okay. Now proceed to jog after Andrea.
Okay. Andrea, you are looking at trying to get away from this figure. As you begin taking off, the corridor seems to shift. It expands, gets longer, as it feels like this never-ending run.
Oh.
But as you continue to run with everything you have, at the end of this corridor, you do see a door.
Go for the door.
Okay. Tavin,
Ah!
as you are on the bridge, you hear a commotion because it's a metal ship. You can hear running. Your ears are trained to hear the differences in this ship. As you look to the screen that has the limited cameras that you have, one particular camera shows a fully sprinting Andrea, and it takes you a split second to realize she is currently making headway to the hangar bay door.
As in the door into the hangar bay or the door out of the ship?
The door to space.
Okay. And this is through a shitty fucking security camera. I'm gonna get up and start making my way towards the hangar.
Okay. Joshua and Carrigan, as you both are jogging to keep eyes on Andrea, you see her make a dash to the right and enter into the hangar bay as she continues to sprint away from you.
Just look over at Carrigan and just be like, fuck, and run.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a fuck.
Carrigan,
Jeez.
you also seem to find this second gear as you finally see what Andrea is going towards. And you are able to get up almost beside, but take a leap as you attempt to wrap your arms around Andrea. She's able to fight off slightly, but in a last ditch, you wrap around her ankles and pull her to the floor as she lets out another terrifying scream. Andrea, as you are running for this door, you take one last glance behind you as this figure just smothers you. pulls you to the ground, and you begin to feel this pressing on your chest. Your wrists are pushed to the ground. Nothing that you can do can shake this figure off of you. Carrigan, with a strength that you never knew existed within such a small statured person, Andrea seems to just free herself from your grasp as she kind of pushes you off and pulls herself away from you and kind of sits staring at you with her back to the escape door. Andrea, as you pull yourself away from this figure, you pull yourself backwards as they let out this ominous laugh that resonates through your entire body. As you begin to frantically look for an escape, you look up and it's just ceiling. There's nothing above you. As you turn around to the door is no longer there. It's just the end of a corridor. And as you turn back, the figure is just slowly coming towards you as you let out a deafening scream. At the moment, Andrea just has her eyes locked on Carrigan as she looks terrified and begins to look around as if looking for an escape.
With her being so focused on Carrigan, can Joshua dash ahead and just like wrap her up in a hug? Like do like the like if your kid is like freaking out and you just walk up and you grab them, that's what Joshua wants to do, is just kind of like dash up and just like give her like a big old dad hug.
Okay. I will say give me a strength, but Andrea, you will be able to combat it with agility to see if you can escape, as while you are looking at this figure slowly coming towards you, all of a sudden morph into two. Joshua,
At least now I don't have to bite you.
as you kind of try and sneak around the side, you wrap your arms around Andrea to try and just hold her there. But before you know it, you are literally just wrapped around yourself as Andrea pops up about 6 feet away from you, as she now begins to rapidly go between both of you.
I have no fucking clue what to do then. I'm Tavin's gonna stand there confused. He doesn't know what's even going on.
Like,
I guess I'll just ask out loud, what the fuck is going on?
I will reply, I don't fucking know.
Okay, well, I can guess that we're trying to stop Andrea from moving around. We're in the hangar bay, and I have a talent called Hidden Stash, where I can basically just pull an item out of my ass at the discretion of you. Can I find, like, some rope and try and wrap her in rope, I guess? I don't fucking... I'm not strong, so...
he's gonna counter.
I will allow that you are able to find rope within the hangar bay. Andrea, while you are sitting in this corridor, two figures approaching. The one in the middle morphs again, and you now have three figures slowly stepping towards you. Without warning, the one on the left bounds you up, and you feel this constriction as you begin to feel powerless. Any struggle that you try and do almost makes these bindings tighter as you slowly succumb to the realization that you cannot run any longer. As you lie there motionless, the three figures begin to fully engulf your surrounding. You can feel your heart begin to beat harder and faster as this suffocation begins to envelop you. Then, almost like a disembodied voice, you just hear, Emma, Emma. And you begin to hear the voice of Carrigan pull through this suffocation as you are almost thrust back into this light and find yourself on the ground with a Carrigan shaking your shoulders as you come to.
This isn't the bathroom.
Nope. Yeah. What? Of course it's not the bathroom. What was that?
What was what?
Screaming, punching people in the face, running to open a ship door out into the vastness of space.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
That
look.
wasn't what my experience was, but good to know.
Gonna look at the doctor and be like, it wasn't her experience, sweet.
I mean, okay. Does that not? Joshua's gonna stop. Be like, walk over, bend down, and be like, "Hey, Andrea,
Yeah.
were you when I left? You said you were gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
Did you go to bed?
She slept in
I-
the shower.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the next thing you remember is Carrigan holding you.
Yes.
Okay, do you want to explain to me what happened in between? What the experience was?
Do I have to?
You don't have to, but it would help us help you. Help me help you. Help me help you.
I'll look around and see Tavin's there too. Oh.
Tavin, holding the rope that is securing you, just by the way.
Oh. That must have been terrifying. I'm sorry.
Be shit. And Carrigan's just gonna get up and just gonna be like, I can't. You got her? Do you have her? You got her?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna walk past Tavin, and I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna clap a hand on her shoulder and just be like, that was really great. Thank you.
So when Tavin leaves, I'm gonna like undo the rope and just gonna sit down next to her and be like, so you've been through a lot.
I assume we all have.
Mm-hmm. And is this the first time you've had an episode like this, or is this something, or is this why you take the drugs?
They initially prescribed sedatives, but I got too drowsy during the daytime, so switched.
Makes sense. So I assume at some point when we were trying to help you, you were hallucinating or whatnot.
I was asleep.
Right. Okay. So here's the question. Do we need to watch over you while you sleep so you don't that? Or do you need me to read you a bedtime story so you don't do that?
From what the doctors used to say, it was just the screaming that disturbed the other patients.
Okay, were these corporate doctors? Because they're hacks and I don't trust what they say.
I don't know.
Okay.
So, I know Carrigan was in the room with me.
Mm-hmm.
It's entirely plausible that I mistook her for someone else. I just need to be somewhere that there's not another person visible, that's all.
So you need to. I got it. Okay, come with me. I'm gonna like grab her by the hand.
Just go.
I'm gonna walk her down the. just big Joshua's got the hand under her, walking her down to the bedroom. So I'm gonna like. Does she? There's like a sheet up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna like find like whatever blankets and pillows that are like around. And when she gets in, I'm like gonna tuck them in around her like a bird's nest. Kind of make like a little comfy little nest area. And then I am going to take a marker and a pillow, and I'm drawing a smiley face on it and some arms. And I'm gonna sneak it around the corner of the sheet and be
But
like,
by the way, the laughing is canon. She sees you doing this. and
yeah, I
she-
know. Be like, all right, this. Okay, well, let me put this. How can I put this? This. I haven't had to do this in years. I'm rusty. This
You don't have
is
to.
your sleeping buddy. That's the word I'm looking for. This is your sleeping buddy. So he is here to ward off any bad dreams or any monsters that come in your dreams. So his job, or her job, or its job, or whatever identifier it uses, you'll have to ask them, will be to watch over you while you sleep. They'll stay awake, you sleep, and then when you awake, he sleeps. You help out. Trust me, it works. I'm a dad. It works 100%.
Oh, when I was scared as a kid, my dad would just put me in the vent and I would sleep there.
When I walk in, I will look at Carrigan, not really say anything, and then go get me a drink of whiskey.
I didn't put it away.
And
It's just like out.
yeah, and I just straight shot it from the bottle. And then I will turn to Carrigan and say, "What the fuck was that?"
Fucking no. Also, I poured myself a glass. I'm not gonna drink. I don't drink. So if you want the glass that I poured, you can have it. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
I will grab it and immediately drink it all.
Um,
And
I don't
yeah,
know the last time she fucking slept because she just takes what is the fucking called? Is it never sleep?
never sleep.
Just constantly taking never sleep and God, it feels like a
You,
million years ago. I don't even remember exactly what happened, but I was like, "Oh, you have to sleep sometime." And so I tried to make her like a privacy sheet for her bunk, and that freaked her out. So then she was like, "No, I'm gonna sleep in the shower." And I was like, "All right, I'll be right here." And she goes to sleep. I work through some shit on my data link, and then she fucking screams bloody murder and tries to punch me, does successfully punch me in the face, and then screams and takes off. I don't fucking know, man.
okay. That does explain one thing, at least, on her attitude. Do you know how long she's been taking never sleep?
Actually, I'll be just sitting on the floor in the hallway like the doctors do.
Yeah.
Just kind of like knees up, just like. Look
What's
over
up?
at Carrigan. She's sleeping, hopefully.
Is there a way to secure that room?
I don't know.
Can you ask your boy? And then, do you want to go to the hangar and spar?
Sure. You want me to put clothes on, or you want me to like be in my skivvies? Because I ain't got dressed yet.
Still in your fucking underwear. Dressed, please. Despite what you think, I don't have the desire to spar you half naked. That's not the appeal.
Just kind
No
of look
offense.
down and be like, "Damn, I thought I was in shape."
That's not. You like. Not that. I want to beat the shit out of something.
I'm not king shaming. I'm just saying I can get dressed.
Thank you.
I don't really know what to say about Tavin other than that's why he's a pilot.
Yeah, he sure as shit wouldn't cut it as a marshal. That's for fucking sure.
Well, to be fair, not many of us would. The whole having to be like not corrupt in a system that's essentially corrupt and broken and has everything stacked against the common man. So yeah, being a marshal sucks.
I love being a marshal.
You are an exception to so many rules, Carrigan.
I don't understand. I legitimately don't understand what people find difficult about it. Like, I hear what you've said, but like, isn't that isn't that why you should want to be a marshal? Because you're not corruptible? Like that, I don't understand why that is not admirable.
It's not that it's not admirable. It's just that it's not. How can I put this? So you remember when you're a Marine and you get orders and you do them and you don't sit there and wonder where it's coming from, right? It's the commanding officers set the mission plan, you execute the mission, right? You don't have time to think, you don't have time to question it, you just do the job, right?
I guess.
As a marshal, your job is to question everything. It is to see where everything is coming from. And in a world where you have corporations like the one we're currently subcontracted for, all you see is shit and trash and corruption and people getting crushed under the machine. When that happens, people don't tend to hang on to virtues like justice and honor and integrity and right and wrong. It becomes survival for those that are under the boot. It's a game of the rich get richer and the poor do whatever they can to struggle. So when a marshal comes on the scene, especially an incorruptible justice ass kicking Terminator like you, they don't see it as admirable. They see it as someone who's trying to prevent them from living. They see it as somebody who's trying to keep the rich by stopping them from doing what they need to do to survive. It's not about you. It's not anything about you as a person. It's about the badge you wear on your chest and what you do.
I don't just prevent.
Speaking of Kerrigan, what I have been meaning to talk to both of you about the increased hostility that I've seen. You know, we're going to be going into something very serious. Are you okay with her?
I despise people like her. Specifically, marshals and marshals exactly like her.
Can you expand on that?
Fuck it, I already told you about the stuff with Leyland, so why not? I bet you've done a background check on me. That wouldn't surprise me if you had.
I have
So
your
you
file.
probably.
I didn't open it.
All right. I didn't have a good childhood. Shocking. I know.
Few of us
Really
do.
bad. Anyway, I tried to become a marshal. For reasons. Dad was dead. Mom was gone. I was 16, dropped out of high school, couldn't afford to feed myself, so I tried to become a
Understood.
marshal. You want to know what they told me?
Yeah, actually, I do.
That I was a lost cause. That because of who my parents were and what my parents had done, that I was not able to become a marshal. Mind you, I didn't have a criminal record. I was 16. I had 0 criminal record.
Hold on, what did your parents do that was so bad that they thought that you couldn't become a marshal?
Well, let's see. It's a long list. My father sold a lot of drugs, probably killed multiple people. I've got some scars directly from him, which I'm
Oh,
not going to expound
fair.
onto. My mother was an addict and also sold drugs. A lot is a lot of drugs. They did a lot.
I understand.
And I can almost guarantee you my father was wanted for at least a couple homicides.
Ooh,
But he's dead, like he fucking
yeah.
deserved. And don't know where my mom is. She disappeared a couple months after my dad died and haven't seen her since.
You said you grew up on Earth?
No, I grew up on Mars, actually.
Oh. Hmm.
But yeah, it wasn't a fun childhood. And then hey, I don't want to get into drugs. I can't afford
Fair.
to feed myself. Let's become a marshal. Fuck you.
And so instead of that, you went into
It
working
was a
as a
couple months
ship
after
hand.
that I got the job
Yep.
for Wayland. And then you know what happened with that. So
Yep.
yeah, 16-year-old kid get rejected by the marshals and then almost killed by Wayland.
Joshua, Andrea's not in the room. But the sleep friend is snug as a bug in the top bunk.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go search the ship.
Okay, where are you starting your search?
Small areas like storage, closets, or like tiny areas, not like the big open areas. More of the because she said she didn't like. So the vent comment reminds me. So I'll be like, I'll go look at the smaller areas of the ship first.
Right, so Carrigan, you are at the bottom, so you're deck E, so you are down in like the hangar space, the EVA prep room, stuff like that.
I'm banging the spoon against the pan and I am screaming, Andrea.
Yep, you go through and come up with absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Joshua, you are doing the mid ones. I'll say you're doing deck D.
Hang on. I got an idea.
Okay.
Joshua's made Andrea laugh before. I'm gonna run and grab the sleep buddy. I'm just gonna be like, this is bull. Like, Andrew would just leave us. I'm just gonna talk to the sleep buddy, like trying at the top of my lungs and have a conversation to try and get her to laugh if I can hear her.
Okay. So that wouldn't quite be observation. That would kind of be like, no.
Empathy?
Wits, baby.
Empathy or manipulation. Try to manipulate her into laughing.
Okay, sure.
One success.
One success.
Okay. Well, if you're doing deck D and deck C, I would say kind of those mid ones. you go around, there is no sound of laughter coming from Andrea. Jamie's giving you a bit of a strange look, but that's the only thing
Mind your business.
that's going for you here. Tavin, if you're going to be doing the top ones, I would say you're doing like B and A, which is like cargo to bay, and then the very top.
Yep.
Are you doing anything special to try and find? Or are you just looking?
I'm just looking because it's my ship. I know where stuff is and
Okay.
like hiding spots and stuff. So I'm just looking.
Okay. Give me an observation.
Do I get any bonus because I'm searching my own ship?
I would say no.
Okay.
He's like, nah, homie.
Okay.
God damn it. 0 successes, even with a push.
So it's almost as if this ship is new to you. No, you check the hiding places and stuff like that, like places where someone would go to hide, places where you would go to hide. But you come up with nothing as well. Joshua, you are currently sitting in the mess hall with Jamie
Yep. And sleep, buddy.
and Sleep Buddy. Jamie leans in and asks, "What's everybody doing? What's happening?"
We're looking for Andrea. She has been going through some shit. And she got out of the room that we put her in so that she could decompress and get some sleep. And apparently that didn't work. And I went through all this damn trouble of making her a sleep buddy and a nest. And she just, nope, fucked off.
And Andrea's upstairs.
Where?
Up in the EEV. She went to sleep. She went up last night.
Okay. You didn't hear me walking the halls looking for her at all last night, Jamie?
Oh, I thought you were looking like for like your dog or something.
Jamie, let's stay with me now. Is there a dog on this ship?
No, that's why I was confused.
And in your moment of confusion, did you think to yourself, Joshua does not have a dog, so why would Joshua be wandering the ship, talking to himself essentially, when he's not looking for a dog? Maybe self. I might want to go ask him what's going on.
Well, the last time I asked questions, everyone got mad, so I was just keeping to myself like he told me to do.
I didn't get mad the last time you asked questions. I didn't get mad the last time you asked questions. Carrigan and Tavin got mad. Andrea ignored you. I didn't get mad.
I was told just to do my own jobs and keep out of everybody's way. That's what I was doing.
And you're doing wonderfully at that, trust me. But on a ship, seeing as how you're new, when one wanders the ship all night, talking to themselves, saying, "Hey, I really wish you would come out. I miss you. I'm your sleep buddy. We're supposed to be cuddling," things like that. You might want to be like, "Hey, Joshua, what's going on? And then I would respond with, oh, hey, Jamie, have you perchance seen Andrea wandering the halls or running around, like, weirdly? Because if you did, I'd really like to know.
Well, you sometimes say things in your sleep at night time, so I was just like, maybe that's
At
what
any
this
point
was.
when you heard me, was I in bed?
Well, yeah, that's why I thought maybe this was just like the next, like it was during the night. I was sleeping too.
Oh, sweet summer child. That's fine. I'm gonna go. Sleep Buddy here is going to explain to you why, in the future, when you hear a crew member wandering the halls at all hours of the night, regardless of your inclination, you should ask them what's going on.
Carrigan, it's at this point where you notice as you walk into the EEV room that the kind of hatch door to the EEV itself is slightly ajar with what looks to be a corner of a duvet or something just hanging out the door.
Be like, knew he couldn't look. Was on a fucking ship. Hey, Tavin, did you check the EEV?
Mhm.
Yeah, I checked. I'm not fucking idiot. I'll just peek through the crack if she's asleep. I'm gonna leave her alone.
As you look in, Andrea is out like a light bulb.
All right, I'm just gonna sulk back down. Go back down to the mess hall. I'm gonna mumbling to myself, fucking worthless piece of shit. Oh, I checked the EEV. I'm not a little bitch. I know what you're doing. I'm a grown up. I can do things. Yeah, I'm a pilot. I wanted to be a fucking marshal. No fucking wonder you can't even see the goddamn doors open.
You do get the message back, and they say that had spoken to a couple of people after you had asked, and apparently there are a group of people that don't believe what happened. And if you're still interested in finding out, then just a map location, kind of coordinates.
Will look up that location on the map or on my system. Is there anything there, or is it just like an empty spot?
No, there's definitely something there. The coordinations are taking you to the. It's like -11 down on the map, and then +1, +2, and it's the LV426 Acheron. Carrigan, you're currently making your way to the mess hall where you do pass Joshua in the corridor.
Yeah.
Fucking blind, useless pilot missed the open EEV door. She's in there, just got all her shit in there, just asleep, so.
He's not blind or useless. I mean,
I mean, are you sure? I specifically asked him if he checked the EEV, and he said yes. And the door's fucking open, and she was deep a fucking sleep in there.
Well, it doesn't make him blind. It just either makes him incompetent or understanding.
I mean, you said that, so
Or you can look at it two ways. Either he didn't notice the door open, or he did, saw her sleeping, and decided to be nice for her once and went, I'll let her sleep. She probably needs it.
right. But he could have been like, I found her. She's asleep.
Yeah. But he didn't.
Stop trying to defend your idiot friend.
I'm just explaining how it could possibly have happened. What? Why are you gonna shake your head at me?
You know that it's stupid. Like, I can hear it in your voice. You know that he missed it, either because he didn't give a shit, or he's so painfully unobservant that it's amazing that he can fly us anywhere.
Well, have
You
you
said
seen
it.
space? Have you seen space? There's not much you can hit.
Whatever, Joshua.
That's right. Whatever it is.
Have fun with
You
your
have a
pillow.
mean red hook, by the way.
Thank you.
It's called a compliment, Carrigan. You know.
I said thank you.
Yes, I know, but you were like, thank you. Like, compliments aren't dirty. They don't hurt you.
I would take it as more of being confused, not phobic of the compliment.
Why would you be confused that I mentioned that you had a good right hand?
I'm a marshal and a former Marine. If I didn't, it would be a little weird.
Oh boy, that's okay. All right. So quickly, this intrigues me. So me complimenting you is, yeah, duh, I get it. Don't need to be complimented. Now, had I said, if you ever wear your hair down, hey, your hair looks cute today. Yep, there it is. That's yep, there it is. Yep. I knew that's how you'd react. Why do you have to cringe? Like if someone gives you a compliment?
I don't understand why you have to.
Why I gotta what? Be helpful and make people better and tell them nice things.
I don't understand what about hair is nice.
Well, okay. Let me break this down for you. Hair is nice because A, it's pleasant to look at. B, it feels nice when you run your hands through it.
She's gonna take
And
a full
Josh will
step back.
Josh will run his hand through his hair
She takes a full step back.
and be like, and depending on what kind of like hair shampoo stuff you use, it smells really good.
That's enough. Okay, bye. And she's just full on walk
Why
away.
are you having different feelings, Carrigan? I'm trying to explain to you why you have to. Damn it.
Hey, are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
You've been avoiding Joshua.
Yeah, because he was being fucking weird.
What did he do?
He told me that I punch good, and I was like, obviously. And then he was like, why can't you take a compliment? And I was like, I don't understand how that's a compliment. And then he was like, oh, hair is nice if you took it out of a bun every once in a while. And I was like,
What?
excuse me? And then he was like, oh, your shampoo smells good.
Okay, question. Because I wasn't there, so I don't know. Did he mean that sometimes people can have shampoo that smells nice, or that yours specifically smells nice?
It felt like to me he said mine smells nice.
Okay. Yeah, that's weird. Hey, who knows? He might have a little bit of a
No.
crush.
No.
No, I'm
No.
saying.
No. 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 Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I wanted to be in control. That's why they gave me the medicine.
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
You seem uncomfortable.
You said they gave you the medicine because you like to be in control.
Of my emotions.
Mm.
What?
Why didn't you press charges? You were a marshal.
I wasn't when that happened.
So?
You guys would have.
Prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law?
There was no evidence. There were no samples. Nobody took
Why
pictures of the bruises.
didn't you press charges?
My word against his. No security cameras. No recordings. He said he always wanted to do it to a marshal. I thought he wanted you.
I'm sorry, who?
I can't tell you.
Yes, you can. You can 100% tell me.
NDA.
I don't give a shit
I
about
do.
an NDA.
My head.
So you're gonna look me in the face and tell me that you think someone wanted to assault me, but they did it because they could get to you.
Yes. He said as much. Also, fair warning. Carrigan kind of feels like you were hitting on her. Were you?
Oh, I was trying to explain what a compliment was. And why she should like take them and not recoil in like utter disgust. What? Wait, what? What did Carrigan say?
She said that she felt like you said her shampoo smelled good.
No, I said. I had told Carrigan she had a solid right cross, and she went, ew, 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 ew. And I said, why do you not take a compliment? And she goes, of course, I'm a Marine and a Marshal. I got a badass Red Cross.
Yes, she
Right?
does.
And I was like, okay, but I paid you a compliment. She's like, well, I don't need a compliment for my right hook. I got a right hook. I was like, cool, dope. I'm like, do you not understand how compliments work? And she went, come again? And I went, for example, I said, for example, I don't remember the exact words. It's been a couple days, but I said, for example, like take somebody's hair. Like if you like they wear their hair down, somebody would be like, oh, your hair is nice. And then I said, I think she said, why is hair nice? And I said, well, it's pretty to look at because it's shiny and it feels nice to run your hands through it. I ran my hands through my hair to emphasize the point. And then I said, well, and then sometimes like if you use nice shampoo, people would be like, oh, your hair smells nice. Like a husband would be like, oh, baby, your hair smells great. That new shampoo you're using is good. Like, I didn't say her. I was explaining hair in the context of a compliment. And then she went, I'm leaving. Wait, no?
I think she have a crush on her.
She's cute, but well, I guess I'm a widower now, but like, or a widower now, but like, I was married. I'm not trying to. Oh Lord,
Tavin,
Yes.
you begin to fly into kind of orbit of planet Alba. You put out your messages to land, but you don't receive any confirmation or anything like that back. But there does, from here, there does look as if there's a lot of cloud cover. And just from experience, you can imagine it could just be communication kind of thing. As you all kind of step off into this fog that just seems strangely thick, you all realize this isn't fog. The smell is of smoke, of burning material. And as you slowly try and peer through this smoke, you do start to see flickers throughout in distance that is nothing else but flames spread throughout.